Hey everybody. Hey, I'm finally getting around to changing this tire like I told you all I would, and I'm going to show you guys what I have to go through in order to change a tire, which is a process you all will either go to a bike shop and have it done, and then you can have them service this rim at the same time, have them service your motor at the same time if you want while you're having them change your tire. But I just do it myself. So I'm going to show you guys how to change your tire. And what you're going to need is a 19 millimeter wrench. You need two little tire tools. You need a little tool to remove the valve stem. And you're gonna need a little rubber mallet because this tire is kind of a pain in the ass to get off. And because the tire is dirty, I'm gonna be wearing a pair of gloves. So let's go ahead and get started with this thing, and I'll show you guys what I got to do. And I've already loosened the nuts on the tire itself already. I've already loosened these nuts up already. Kind of got it pre-ready so you guys didn't have to sit there and wait and watch me do all this other stupid stuff, like letting the air out of the tires and stuff like that. And so come on over here, honey. And I want to thank my daughter Heather for helping me make this video. As you see, my valve stem right here. I used my little valve stem tool. I stuck it in there and I loosened the valve stem up so that all the air would come out. And now tire's good and flat now, which you definitely want. You definitely want your tire good and flat. And then just go ahead and stand it on up. I put a tarp down there so that I don't get the back of my bike dirty. Like it's gonna make a difference. It gets dirty anyway. But I just like to have the soft pad back there because there is a light back there and stuff like that, and I don't want my paint getting scratched up. And hopefully this video don't take too long for me to do here. And the one thing I did try to do with my old bikes, I used to just loosen the nuts up, and that was no big, no big deal. Just the nuts loose, okay, I can take the tire off. Not the same way with this tire. You got to take the nuts all the way off. You can't just loosen them. And I will put inside of my description the promo code for the they gave me for $100 off on this bike too. It'll be in my description so that you guys can get $100 off when you buy this bike. And I did have one of my guys ask me what type of motor is on this. It is 750 watt. I'm not all that technical with these things, so I don't exactly know what the rest of the voltage and all this stuff like that is, but I do know it's a 750 watt hub assembly motor. And from what I've been seeing on the internet and everything, it's pretty much the standard motor for a lot of these bikes anymore. Is a 750 Belfan or whatever they want, however they want to pronounce it. And when you get this bike from Addmotor, the tire ain't going to be on anyway. So you'll know what it takes to get this out. And sometimes there's a notch in here. These things are notched. These little washers. And they go into this little thing right here. See how it's got a little notch on it? Make sure it gets inside that slot. And see how it's not even round, it's square? And these are square. So you'll be able to know whether or not it's in the right spot or not, because in that way it torques. They do that for the torque of the motor. And you got to make sure you get these off. That's why you got to take everything completely off. And sometimes these little suckers get stuck too. Come off of there. Come out of there. And unplug your tire. That way it's all unplugged. And since this darn thing don't want to cooperate, I'm just going to tap it and see if maybe. There we go. Got her off. And you'll see there's washers that are on the inside. Make sure you get those to the inside so it separates, because otherwise your brake won't. It'll rub your brake all weird. So make sure that those get in the right spot. But when you get your bike in the mail, it'll have all those instructions in there for you. So it's not that bad. But just make sure you squeeze, break the bead on everything real good before you get started. Then take one of your little tools. Come on over here and show that. So you get that in there. And just got to get just the tire. See, I got inner liner and everything else up inside there, so it's a little bit of work to just get just the tire. Pull it out, lock it in. Your little tool locks into your spoke. Then you take your other tool, go down here a little ways. Come on, get in there. Oh, come on. Cooperate. And you got to make sure, see how on the back side, everything is squeezed over. You got to make sure you keep everything over there, so then it gives you the room to work on this. But this has got a solid metal ring in it, so this is a lot harder tire to change than my old bicycle tires used to be. My old mountain bike tires were never this hard. Oh, and I just broke my damn tool. That's not good. You can go ahead and stop. Well, darn it. I just broke my freaking tire changing tool. Let me see what I can do to try to, now that I've done that. That's another reason why it's a good idea to take this bike to a bike shop and have a bike shop change this tire. Because like I said, changing these tires is not an easy task. These tires are a pain in the ass to change. So if you're not really mechanically inclined, take it to a bike shop, have them change tires for you. But let me see what I can do to see if I can get this damn tire off anyway. I'm gonna try real hard. It's not easy to do this, so let's see if I can do it with just one little tool. But usually I take my rubber mallet. If I had my second tool, I would have hooked it onto this spoke right here, and I would have took my rubber mallet and I would have tapped it around till I could have got the tire off. But since my tool decided to break, let's see if I can do it with one. And I use a rubber mallet because you don't want to use a hammer. It'll damage all kinds of stuff up. And it'll break the tool too, which I already just broke by using my hands. So it looks like I might be able to get it, but let's see. Come on, tire. There we go. It's getting close. I can feel it loosening up a little bit. Here it comes. It's starting to work its way off. Whoa. Whoa, that popped right out of there. That's not good. Okay, come on. Man, I hate changing these tires, I'm telling you. Doggone it. back in there. Oh man, this is definitely a two tool job. Oh, come on off there, baby, please. It's being mean and nasty to me, guys. It don't want to be changed. It decided it just wants to stay flat. It wants to keep this bald tire on here. It says, the heck with you, my friend. Oh man, it don't look like it's gonna hold it. Oh, that really sucks. I broke this one. Well, at least I got something in there to help hold it. Let's see if that'll work. Oh. Boy, this is a lot of effort. I really wish I wouldn't have broke that tire tool. It's kind of hard to change this tire without it. Only having one don't work. With my old mountain bike, all I had to do was just roll it off like this, and boom, tire came right off. These bikes, not so much. These bikes, it takes a lot of freaking work to get the damn tire off. I don't understand. Sometimes it kind of drives me a little bit batty that it's so hard to change a tire on this thing. Try rolling this back a little bit. At this point, I'm just winging it because my tool broke. Whoa! And now I got them flying. That part's getting easier. Come on, babies. Be nice to me. Quit fighting. And it's not nearly as hard to put it back on. The hard part's getting it off. Whoa. Ah. Try again. Like I said in one of my earlier videos, when I changed my tires, this is the 4th time I've changed tires on this bicycle. Because I did the 2 back tires, and I've changed the front tire once already. This will be the 2nd time I've changed the front tire, because that tire right there is my very last tire that came with the bike, and because I got those 2 new ones. And when I got those 2 new ones, I'd already worn out the original front tire that it came with. And so I took one of the rear tires off and put it up front, and I've worn it out now. And now I'm getting ready to put this one on. So I've gone through a lot of tires so far with this bicycle. But I put 1,050 miles on it too with the 3 tires. So if you don't ride as much as I do, then you may not put as many miles on it as I do. But I'm going to go ahead and have my daughter pause until I get this tire actually starting to come off the rim, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me struggle and fight with it, and then we'll go from there. Okay, after another 15 minutes of fighting with this damn thing, I used one tool. My one, since my other one broke, and here's the end, here's the other piece of it. I used this one tool right here, and I got it in there, and then I laid it down, got my foot up underneath it so that I kept it pushed up and kept it laid down on the ground, and used my rubber mallet, and I whacked the shit out of it. I hit it hard. I had it locked into the spokes, and I was whacking on that thing. So be careful when you do it so you don't bend a spoke, but you know, that's all you got. Once you get it like this far, now I'll be able to get it. Now that I got this far, it's going to come off a little bit easier, and as you see, it tears the tire up. Don't worry about that. You're not using this tire anyway, so no big deal. And just take your tool, finish running it around. I smashed my finger too. My finger's sore now. Then you got to make sure that you turn it to where the valve stem is right there. Then you get that out of there. Pull it up and out. Get everything all worked out over here onto the sides out here like this. And as you can see, I got my tire liner and everything inside of there. Getting ready to take all that out. It is a considerable amount of work. And there we go. Tire liner and tire are done. Now I just got to get this one off. That part's easy. And there's a jacked up old nasty old tire. And here goes the last of my other tires. And as you will find on these tires, they are directional. It's got an arrow that tells you which direction to go. So make sure that arrow is facing forward because it rotates around this way. So make sure that the arrow is facing the right direction. So this right here, where the arrow's at, it's gonna be on this side, so that I'm going in the right direction. So when you change your tire, just make sure you get it going the right way. And double check when you look on your bike too. Oh, it plugs in on this side. Make sure I have it facing the right way. Oop, come on, get in there. See, that part goes on easy. Tire goes right in. Start with the valve stem. And as you see, I got my tennis armors and all that good stuff. So, you know, that's been a savior for me. No flat tires since I've had them put in. So they are expensive. When I got my liners and my new tires, it cost me $350, but it's been worth it.
Make sure you get everything all tucked back in there real good. Turn the tire to where you get to the valve stem. Put the valve stem back inside the hole. Come here. Get in there. Sometimes it's a struggle to get it back inside the hole. Come on, where you at? It's never been this hard before. It must be because I'm doing a video that I'm having so much difficulty with this darn thing. Come on, valve stem, get in that damn hole. This is driving me crazy. Get down on my knees where I can see it a little bit better, maybe. Oh, move it to where I can find the valve stem. That'll help. There we go. All right, pull that sucker out of there. And what I always do to make sure the valve stem doesn't come back out, I take my little valve stem tool, or little lid, my valve stem lid. And stick it on there because the tube won't come back out now. And as you can see, I already struggled enough to get the damn thing in. Okay, now go along and make sure you tuck your tube and your liner up in there. Because see how it bulges out a little bit? Make sure you get it all tucked up in there real good. Okay, everything's all tucked in now. And I'll start putting the tire back on. I use my legs to kind of set the bike on, to set the rim on. And, oh, doggone it. I guess I should have put something down on my driveway because I just scratched up my rim. Doggone it. Get up on there, baby. And I always use my leg to press my bike, press the rim up against as I pound this back on here. I would usually use my tool, but I only have one. And I don't know if it's gonna work. There we go. One last little bit. Come on up on there. Come on. I really need my second tool. Really, really bad. Come on, baby. Just a little bit more, and you're on there. Come on. Oh, I'm so close, boys and girls. I'm so close. Man, come on. Oh. It's such a struggle. Okay, come on, get in there. Come on, baby. Look how much I got left, guys. This little tiny bit won't go on. It's driving me crazy. Oh. Come on, honey. Oh no, I lost my reflector. I made my reflector fall out. Ah, come on there.
I broke my reflector. Darn it.
Ah, there we go. Gosh, I hate having to improvise. I gotta go out and buy myself a new set of freaking tire tools now, but now you guys see what it's like to change a tire on this thing. It is a bitch to change this tire. And you guys know how to do the rest. And you guys all have yourselves a good day. We'll see you guys soon.